Question 4. Who would be the audience for your media product? My target readership can be categorized as young people who are creative, fashionable, and to some extent politically active. Their music taste is heavily linked with social media, with it also being a place for friendships and security, which on a psychological level will explain why young people use this to find escape from the real world. My target audience are heavy social media users and are most commonly seen on Twitter and Tumblr, with online-based social groups and subcultures based on kind of liking and reblogging each other, which makes friendships, as well as forming these friendships in group chats. These young people use social media more as a creative outlet, and this is where they find friends with common interests and political views, which can generally be left-wing. I feel that people that read my magazine would typically be interested in wearing vintage, recycled clothing, but also staying on trend. So shops like Urban Outfitters and Topshop, ASOS do lots of styles that are reminiscent of vintage eras, such as the 90s or the 80s. Personally, I don't think that my media product is appealing to richer audiences that buy into luxury brands and high fashion. Within my magazine itself, I support trends that repurpose old clothes, which is why throughout my magazine you can see ripped denim and clothes that could have been old that have been reused to make them trendy and on trend. Ian Ang's theory of imaginary entity is where media institutions distribute an image of their ideal audience to target their product for a specific social group. This may represent what they wear, eat, drink, and do. The kind of musical artists that my target audience would listen to are mainly previously underground indie singers and bands that have a fun, more pop sound that matches the fun and kind of pop pastel imagery and colour scheme that I've put within my magazine. Some artists that kind of fit this criteria that have recently become more popular are Troye Sivan, Halsey, Charli XCX, Years and Years, Mo, Aluna George, Alessia Cara, Lorde, and Banks. I feel that a lot of these artists are really breaking boundaries in terms of crossing over traditional genre barriers with their own crossover genres. And for this reason, they can be regarded for breaking other boundaries by being an ethnic minority, LGBT, or mentally ill, which erases a lot of the stigma around these particular social groups. As the audience that I'm targeting typically is a heavy internet user, Netflix, YouTube, and other streaming services are really their main source of entertainment, I'd have thought. For this reason, I'd expect Netflix exclusive shows such as Sense8 or Black Mirror would be extremely popular within my target readership. Within YouTube itself, YouTubers are a huge business nowadays, with content creators on the site being internet personalities that can gain a huge audience with a huge salary. For this reason, within my magazine, I used one of my artists to be a YouTuber themselves that has gained popularity within YouTube, and has then progressed to gain an actual music career, which was explained throughout my article on my double-page spread.